What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Oh, bear with me. Um, so basically, I got a summer cold, and I hate it. Like I've been asleep off and on all day. I tried to get all my stuff out yesterday, and I felt it. Like I felt it coming strong last night. Oh my god. Anyway, so I'm congested. My taste is off. No, it's not that girl. Okay, it's just every time I get sick, no matter what, my taste get off regardless. It's trying to clear up. It's trying to clear up because my throat don't hurt as much as it was doing yesterday. Because yesterday was terrible. But yeah, I just know I'm lacking energy and I've been sleeping all day. That's how I know I was getting sick because, bitch, yeah. Anyway, so we back. And I just really wanted to give y'all this video. We back for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 14, chapter 2, renewal. Okay. The girls are waking up from the night before, reminiscing about what happened. You got Britt, who was just drunk as ever, you know, because let her tell it. We'll talk about that at the end. So stay tuned because we got some things to discuss. And honestly, that's really what I just wanted to come on here and talk about. All right. You know, Britt, she just, oh my God, one thing about it, two things for sure. I do not like a sloppy drunk, okay? If you know for sure that you cannot hold your liquor and you have to throw up everywhere you are, each and every time, don't be around me, okay? Don't be around me. You wait till we get into the house or you get to your place or whatever and you regurgitate there, all right? We're not opening up no doors so you could go, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to see it, and I don't want to smell it because then it's going to make me want to do the same thing. And I don't have time for it, okay? So you got that. Everybody is coming together. It's time for breakfast. The girls are about to go on 2 different excursions. You know how they split them up. You have the roommates are going to different places. Half of the people are going to the waterfall. The other half are going to this cooking situation to see some chefs, right? Like the rum distillery. Was it rum or whatever? Is it true? Like, is that just the island thing? Because when we went to the Bahamas, we went over there to the distillery that they had. And it literally is black owned and it's just like a few black workers that was in there. And it was really nice to see the process and everything. It was cool. Plus we got to take home a few bottles of liquor. Then, you know, I drowned that. So there's that. I feel like, girl, I didn't even know I was a brown liquor girl. Okay. I didn't even know I was a brown liquor girl. And then I had some coconut rum. Ooh, girl, I don't really like coconut like that. But, girl, that stuff was so good. And it hit back my throat real hard. And I said, ooh, I like this. You know, so that's cool. Angela's trying to call her husband. Now, see, there's a couple of things that I have an issue with this girl trip particular. And I understand that, you know, they may be under contract. They got to do what they got to do. But my thing is, how come y'all couldn't pick a different day? Was this time period, you know, just a time period that it was discounted or something? Because you got Kelly missing her kids' first day of school, especially the 2 youngest one. That's the ones that I'm really concerned about. Then you got Angela, it's her anniversary. It's her and her husband's anniversary. And she can't get the man on the phone. Listen, y'all been married for 8 years. I just feel like before it gets... Honestly, I don't even feel like you should miss an anniversary. Unless y'all are on the brink of divorce or separation, there is no reason why you should miss an anniversary. That should be the time that y'all come together. Excuse me. So everybody coming down. I just really want to understand why they keep picking on Drew. You know, Phaedra, she's saying stuff about Drew and they talking about her outfits. Then she looked like one of the people from Flintstones. No shade, she do. But it was the Timu comment towards the end when the prime minister came. And it was like, who you can see being with the prime minister as his wife, whatever. And Phaedra was like, can't be Drew because Drew, you know, if you're going to be a first lady, you're going to have to dress like a first lady, not no Timu fashions or whatever. You know what? At the end of the day, you just never know, okay? None of y'all would be listen, none of y'all would be able to do it. Okay, y'all remember when Lisa Wright was the first lady of the Turks and Caicos, and he was out there doing all that mess. Had that lady out there just, girl, it ain't worth it. That's what it seemed like to me. It ain't worth it. Okay, but yeah. So Shamia still ain't got her clothes, and at this point in time, they don't even know where the bag's at. Now, see, at that point, girl, I be on the phone cussing. I be on the phone cussing. You told me that my stuff is still up in Atlanta. It didn't get shipped yet. Then you said, what's going on with my stuff? And now you saying it's gone? You won't even know where it's at? Girl, what? Okay. Meanwhile, Shamia and Britt got some little issue going on. Britt feel like Shamia is being, throwing little shots at her and all this stuff. Now, let me tell you something, Britt. How old are you? You're 30-something, right? Why you making it seem like these girls, especially specifically Shamia, is like pressuring you to drink and do shots and all this stuff? Baby, first of all, we on the girls trip, okay? We are away from home, and you should just let your hair down, okay? Just let loose and have fun. Now, if your fun don't involve taking shots, that is fine. You can say no and you can move on. That's what it is, okay? Nobody is putting to your head and making you do that, right? So quit blaming everybody else. And at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you this. Since the fuck when does taking shot mean that you ghetto or equate to being ghetto? We know so many people that take shots that are not black, that are not hood, that are not poor, that are whatever social status they're us. Why would you just equate that to be a ghetto? Okay, like, come on, girl. Get over yourself. Just say you didn't want to take the shots because you don't know how to hold your liquor. That's just really what it is. You don't, okay? That bitch like me, give me a couple of shots and give me a few drinks, and I'm good, but I'm not going to tell the next person. And if they say no, let it say no, Moving on from that, the girls split up. So you got Portia, Shamia, Cynthia, and Phaedra. I believe they going to the waterfall or whatever. So they in the car and they talking about, the whole situation with Britt bringing over the donation and how everybody else basically did what they was supposed to do and Britt did it. And it's like, well, you have all these means, so you say, and you could only give $250 when everybody else is giving $1,000 plus or whatever. Mind you, you don't have kids. Your husband just got you a new car, and you mean to tell me, and truth be told, no shade, because I'm not pocket clocking and pocket watching, but I feel like $1,000 is too little. $1,000 is too little for this group of girls. All right, y'all got money. Give at least $5. That's how I feel, But $250, I feel like $250 is like for a person like me. You know what I'm saying? I could get that. And truth be told, I can give $1,000. But like what? And then you come over there, they feel some type of way because she came over there with that box that only had like 3 paper towels in it. Oh, that is funny. But then they get into this whole situation. Black. Okay. Now, see, I didn't mention this last week because honestly, I forgot and I didn't even care. It just really wasn't that interesting. And I only found this out after the episode went out. So Portia was coming at but Drew's neck, talking about something. She's supposed to be dating some dude named Black or whatever. And that's when Drew was like, well, you supposed to be dating so-and-so, and they blanked it out. Now, people were saying, because I can't remember what was the trailer, but they said that it was Future that she was supposed to be dating or whatever, or had some dealings with, allegedly. And I do remember hearing that in the blogs, too. And I'm sitting here like, I'm with everybody else. Why they blank the name out? I mean, if you said it in the preview of the season, that trailer, why do you need to blank it out now? But hey, I guess legal reasons, but we're going to move on from that. Now, when she kept on saying Black, I said, who the hell is Black? So I go on the blogs, and they was like Black from Black Smoke, and the dude that do the little hookah pins and stuff or whatever. The one that, if you own a neighborhood talk, for sure, you done seen so many freaking different promos that he done had other people do, regular people do, talking about his stuff, whatever. My whole thing is this. No shade. I thought that man was Pride Month. And then people were saying, I thought he was married. I said, so which one is it? Are we both wrong? Are one of us right? Like, what's happening? I was confused, okay? But you know, Drew, her whole thing is, I'm not married to that man. Well, I'm not talking to anybody like that. We're friends. And honestly, when it comes to Drew, I do want to be on her side sometimes to be like, well, if she says that, that's what it means. But sometimes with Drew, you just never know. So I'm going to leave this alone because the last time that she said she was just friends with somebody, you broke up a whole relationship. I watch Basketball Wives. Girl, you and Ty was click-clacking. I don't give a care, okay? It is what it is, allegedly. Okay, y'all was out there playing, y'all was playing clipball. So, it is what it is. So, that's why, you know, you can't really take it when she say she ain't talking to nobody. Like, all right, if you don't want nobody to know your business, just say, bitch, get about my business. I mean, they still going to be in there. But at the same time, you know how it is these days. You see somebody out with somebody else, they automatically ship them together, even if they just friends. Men and women in the industry can't just be friends. They got to be fucking around with each other. But then again, it is Drew, so you just don't never know, okay? But she do be putting up a good excuse. She said, if I'm in a relationship with somebody or I start talking to somebody, Ralph gonna take that to use it against me. And when Kelly said, how does that work that you go out with somebody, have a little thing with them, and then you go back home and your husband down in the basement? At this point, we roommates, so I might as well just go downstairs and tell him how my day went and what we did that night. I said, well, Ralph definitely does the same thing. Okay, now do I feel like Drew is out here just being single by herself? Absolutely not. Do I feel like she has some suitors in her back pocket? Sure. Do I feel like she's being a little bit more smart about it? Possibly. Okay, and I don't know how smart it is if people can tell that got suspicion about you dating this one particular person. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, she is in the process of getting a divorce, and you can tell that they're not getting back together. But then again, you just never know, because that Memorial Day situation, I said, oh, okay. You know, I can't stand when the couples be on they, I'm finna get a divorce, I'm finna get separated. I can't stand you, bitch. I can't stand you, nigga. Okay? They be doing all that mudslinging, the next thing you know, they right back together. I swear to God, if that happened to Drew and Ralph, I'm gonna be completely done. Like, girl, what? Because sometimes it gives that. Like, y'all get off on it or whatever. But hey, it is what it is. Also, they was in the car, Phaedra and them, they was going over there to the waterfalls, like I said, and they was up there. They bring up this whole situation about Charles and Angela. Phaedra don't know Angela from the campaign, but she do know her husband. And she said she hasn't been around him for years. So to ask her, did she know that he was married and that he had a wife, unless you've been in his circles, of course you probably won't know, because you literally just said that you haven't been around him in years. So it's a possibility that you probably was friends with him and he was cool and he was vibrant and he was fun back in his younger years that you was around him, but now he's set in his old ass ways. So to make it seem like, you know, Angela is invisible when he don't say nothing about her, you don't know nothing about their relationship because you haven't been around them in years, or at least him in years to even know. To imply that he kind of hiding his wife, or she don't nobody know that he married or whatever, like, come on. Okay, Phaedra, you know what you're doing, and it's not working. But I will say this, Angela, this situation with your husband, it is not looking good, because you want the people. I be trying to defend a little bit. I just said in another video, you know what? He just a grumpy old man. That's just really what it is. And you know, sometimes people just be real nonchalant. Okay, real nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? And don't really want to get involved in all the mess that y'all got going on, so he don't get that energy. And probably don't really want to be filmed or whatever, so he don't get that energy. But yeah, you know, he love that lady. At this point, baby, I don't know. I watched this episode and I said, do you even like her? Okay, because she can't get on the phone with you to tell you happy anniversary. You listen, when she finally do get on the phone with you, he's giving attitude. He's giving, I don't, you know, like, I got a little, I'm in my feelings or whatever, not really acknowledge it. Okay, you called me. Okay, it's our anniversary. You don't care that it's our anniversary and that we not together this 10 because we always together. He said, okay. He was like that the whole phone call. Angela said down, you know her voice always shake when she talk anyway. And it was shaking a little bit more. Her feelings was hurt, girl. And she in the confessions trying to say, well, you know how he is. Well, this what Charles do. Charles is in his feelings because, you know, it's our anniversary and this is the first time that we send our anniversary away from each other. And usually on our anniversary, you know what come next at the end of the night, some sex. And he not going to be able to get none. So, you know, he being petty and all that stuff just because he ain't going to be able to get none on the anniversary. Damn, bitch, do y'all have sex any other time? Or y'all wait specifically for the anniversary? Shit. Did you give him some before y'all left? Was that the reason why you was late to the airport and missed your flight? Like, girl, what? I said, Angela, I'm not buying that. Okay, I'm not buying that. So, and it made me think back to when Britt told her, be a whore for your husband. Maybe Britt was right. I don't know. Okay, because it's given that y'all don't be doing that stuff. You know? It's given y'all don't be doing that stuff. And it's given that... Now, usually some couples I can see be like them, and it feels like, oh, they be freaks behind the closed door. I just don't get that from them. I don't. I get it's missionary. And he'll probably, I don't want to put that out there. Okay. It just gives missionary. Okay. Or, you know, turn over to the side. Let me put it in for a second and he'll go right back to sleep. It look like he don't put too much effort in it. And that's when I'm like, damn, do you like the lady or not? But moving on, while the girls are at the chef thing, the other group, they're trying to figure out what's going on with Britt, okay? Not only with the donation, but the fact that she brought up that whole situation with Apollo last week. And it was like, that was just so out of place. That was just so... Like, what are you trying to, Phaedra didn't take it as shade or anything like that, which she shouldn't, but at the same time, it's like, so that Phaedra won't have to find out? She was like, girl, at the end of the day, that ain't my man, and he could do whatever the hell it is that he wants to. You didn't invite me, so that's fine. I don't care. It wasn't needed to be put out there. Okay. Then they talk about how, you know, at her event, she said that nobody supports her. Nobody supports her. Nobody supports her. And Portia was like, well, damn, bitch, we don't even fucking know you. Okay. Give us time to know you. Invite us over. Do all this stuff. Like, do some group activities together and all this. And then we'll get there. And I feel like when it comes to Britt, she gives off like she was either the only child, or she is the baby in the family, and she wants things to happen when she wants it, how she wants it, and where she wants it. So she wants a friendship, and she wants people to be up her ass or whatever, and it's just not happening as quickly as she wants to. She wants to feel included so bad. She wants to be a part of this group so bad. She don't want to be on the out. She want to be one of the popular girls in the group, and it's just not cutting it like that. Okay, so there's that. And I need her to just let it go. Okay, I want people to just let things happen naturally, and that's the problem. They don't know how to that's the problem with this group, or at least her on this season. Is forced situations. Okay, and people don't know how to let stuff happen naturally. Like when Portia and they was getting ready to go, they in the car. Portia and Shamia, I did enjoy that little scene where they was making up the song or whatever, blowing in the booty hole. That's nasty. Is it really? It's not. Somebody told me, said, why don't you go eat some ass? I said, you right. You definitely right. I really would. You know, thought they was trying to comfort me, and I said, you know what? That is really a nice thought. What? You really thought you was going to get me with that? Absolutely not. Yeah, so what? You can't get, and you do too, and he do too. Like, what? Like, listen, don't threaten me with a good time, okay? If that shit is clean, I'm all back there, you know? So, that was a cute little moment, a little bit to you, man. I'm sorry, y'all. It's Pride Month. Get over it. Okay? I'm gay. You know, that was cute between them two. Shamia, I got my friend back. All right. So, they getting ready for the Prime Minister to come. And, you know, this is when Angela have her little phone call with her husband, and all that stuff happened. They finally get down there for the Prime Minister, and Oh, Britt is feeling some type of way against Shamia because she's feel like Shamia is throwing shots at her. She's being shady. She's not being direct. And so at this point, Shamia, let me tell y'all something. I know the girls, and we all be self conscious, but you didn't need nothing. You didn't need to be self conscious about yourself in that goddamn bathing suit. I know it was a 2-piece that you had to borrow from Portia, whatever, and you look good in it, okay? All the ladies look good in their bathing suits. Your bodies are together for the most part, and you didn't have no, don't be insecure about that, okay? Everybody look nice, But moving on from that, they get down there to the seats, and they get to talking, and somehow, we get to them talking about, giving back to Grenada and all that stuff. And if they're in a position to give, we should give as much as we can, not like the minimum. And, if we walking around with a Birkin and we driving in Rolls Royces and all this stuff, woo. And so, of course, Brittany caught on to it. Now, let's say this. I get it, okay? I don't like Brittany, okay? And a lot of people don't. But here's the thing. Again, I can give a person credit when it's due, all right? Because when Brittany caught on, which she been catching on about Shamia, throwing little shots at her and being a little shady at her or whatever. And she said, why does this feel like you're talking about me? And Shamia want to be like, well, you're not the only one who got a Birkin. You're not the only one who drives a Rolls Royce. I got one. She got one. This one, da. And I'm just sitting here like, Shamia, just tell the truth. You want people to come to you and tell you what it is to your face. Don't throw the shots and then try to back out of it when you get caught, okay, and get caught on. Just say, hell yeah, bitch, I'm talking about you. Because how dare you pull up to my crib in the goddamn Rolls Royce that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars if it's not being leased, okay? And you have a Birkin, if it's a real one, okay, that costs tens of thousands of dollars, right? And you only bring a box that got a couple of paper towels and tissue in it. And you only get $250. And then she was like, well, why are you talking about this when we already discussed this when Pull Me Over in Houston or some shit like that? We discussed this already, so why is this being brought up again? Okay, cool. And then she said, you're being passive aggressive. And I said, well, Brittany, point for you because you are correct. Shamir, you was being passive aggressive, okay? You was throwing shots. Just admit you was trying to call the girl out without calling her out. She caught on to it. And at the end of the day, you should have just said, Britt, I don't understand why you couldn't give more, okay? That's just really what it was, all right? And then Portia gets up in it, okay? They like kind of tag team Britt. Because Portia brings up the whole thing about you want people to know you and all this stuff, and you want people to support you and everything. And it gets to a point where Britt feels like Portia is talking over her. She's not letting her speak. And then, Britt has that tone to it that's very, like, condescending or very much, I'm going to talk to you like I'm your child. You're my child. And when she said baby or something like that, she said, hold on. Portia said, no, we're not going to do that because I'm not your baby. We're not going to do that. And then the thing of it is with Britt, like, truth be told, in the first half, she had it. Like, I was on her side with that because, yeah, Shamia was being passive-aggressive. Let's be honest with it, okay? But at the same time, when you switch over and you get another person involved, I don't know what it is that clicks in her mind that make her want to go above and beyond instead of just keeping it right here. Okay? Mind you, this is all before the Prime Minister gets there. What? Why are we going so hard? And why are you getting so angry? The girls are trying to understand you. Okay? They're trying to give their feelings and you don't want to listen and then you feel like people talking over you, you talking over them. I can't get a word in, they can't get a word in. It's just the mess. This is the wrong, it's at the wrong time. At the wrong time. Okay? So they have to put a kibosh on that because the Prime Minister do come. I looked up, I said, that's the Prime Minister? I don't know what I was expecting. You know what I was expecting? I was expecting some older gentleman, probably with a little bit of salt and pepper hair, with a little fedora hat on. I was expecting that. Baby boy looked like he was at least 35. I said, oh, wow. And probably, actually, he looked like he was 35, but he looked like he could possibly be 35, 36, between 35 and 40, but he actually looked like he a good 30. That's how old he looked. He looked young as shit. And so, he did sit down there with him and have a little discussion. And we found out that he has 2 kids and all of that. And, want to get him down there to Atlanta. And, they was just having a nice time. Okay. And so after that, everybody got up. They left. They get in the car. And at this moment, excuse me. So sorry, you guys. At this moment, they get back to the house, but before they get back to the house, Shamia does get a phone call from her husband and basically saying that their daughter, Shiloh, is sick. And that they're going to have to get somebody else from the agency or whatever. And I'm pretty sure they talked about like a nanny service or whatever. Like, Brittany got upset at the fact that, this is another thing. She's still harping on the fact that when they was in that group text, Portia didn't have the names down. Girl, it wasn't just you, okay? Like, the little stuff that she harps on, get over it, bitch. I'm sorry. And like what she said, it happened one time, okay? It happened one time, and I said, who is this? So I put your name on there. Like, girl, it ain't even that deep. But no, Shiloh was sick, and she was like, basically, I don't know if it was the nanny or whoever had her basically sitting there with no clothes on or no pajamas on, freezing and all that stuff. And when she listed, first of all, yeah, that's incompetence. And 9 out of 10, the daddy probably was going to work and put the baby in, because this is the only way that I can see this happening. Going to work, put the baby in the care of the nanny, come back home and seeing that my baby is disheveled, is freezing in the room, and she has a fever, she's sick or whatever, and you're not doing the job that you're supposed to, and you didn't even call and tell me what's up. I had to get the baby some Tylenol, see if she'll be okay throughout the night. If not, I have to take her to the doctor. And then when Shamia up in her confessional and she's naming all of the different things that she has wrong with her baby, or her baby has wrong with her, that made me sad. Because I know, like, as a parent, you just want, and you just want to be there for your child. No parent wants to hear that their child has these many different illnesses that they can't do anything about. They can't take the pain away. This is something that they have to deal with for the rest of their life. And then the one time that you do go away to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of, like, realness, regularness, all of a sudden you get a call that your baby is sick and you're not even that close. Like, you can't even get in the car and just be like, okay, I'm be there in 5 minutes, And we know that Shamia loves her kids. We know all those women there love their children. You know what I'm saying? And so I really felt bad because I believe she's about to go back home. Because, baby, I would. And the way that they did come together for her, that was really, really nice. That was really, really nice. They gave Angela a cake for her anniversary. Angela, let me tell you this, girl. Let me put a pause on Shamia. Angela, why do you keep on offering information about your relationship, giving these girls ammunition? This whole situation about, because they was talking about the prime minister, they was like, is he married? I don't see him having no rings. And then I think it was either Phaedra or was it Brittany that said some of these men, they don't be walking around with, even if they married, they don't walk around with rings on. And then Angela said, yeah, my husband don't walk around with his ring on. He don't wear his ring. We got to go to therapy for it. And I be telling him how it be making me feel and all that stuff. I said, what? Girl, leave that shit. Sometimes you just got to keep some shit to yourself. Okay, because it's already a narrative out there that man don't really like you like that. You already got Phaedra saying that your ass is invisible. She didn't know that he was married, and now you up here talking about something he don't wear his ring. Girl, stop it. But back to Shamia. So the girls come to surround her, love on her. She's crying. You got Portia there. They all saying we're gonna be there for you, and then here comes Britt. I'm so sorry about everything that happened before. I'm going to be here for you regardless of what happened earlier. I don't give a damn, okay? Okay, everything was there, and I'm here for you, okay? Regardless, I'm going to be here for you, girl. I'm going to be here for you, okay? Regardless, like, earlier today, like, we was going neck and neck at each other, and I felt some type of way, but, bitch, no matter what, I fucking love you, girl. Okay, I'm going to be here for you, girl. Girl, I love you, girl. I said... shit like that would have made me say, calm down, but okay. And it just felt like she wanted the attention on her. I don't know. Like, it felt really weird. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it felt too much. It felt too much. Even if her own best friend who, got hurt, she's laying on her titty. She's not doing all of that. And they the one that really got into it. But at the same time, it's just like, calm it down. And she was like, I'll take all the shots in the world that you want me to take. Hell, I'm finna take double shots for you, okay? It don't matter. I'm gonna be here for you, bitch. I'm here for you. And then she go get the shots and she makes some champagne and then she take her bra off. And we see the titties. Now, let's talk about that. So, that was the end of the episode. You have a problem and all this stuff. Now, I could be comparing apples to oranges, but allegedly, there was a board that shows you doing some particular acts or whatever, but you rightfully and gleefully and was okay with putting your titties out there on the camera, and they actually showed them. I mean, they blurred it out, but we know that they were bare, and that was on national TV. Hey, tomato, oranges, and apples. But moving on from that, let's get to what happened this weekend. All right, it's been an eventful weekend for the Real Housewives, okay? Starting with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, the seating chart came out a few days ago. What the girls is going to be at the reunion. They have already filmed the reunion. When it came out, they was in the process of filming the reunion. Had no idea, okay? So, we get the seating chart. Let's say Andy is in the middle. And then we got on the left, we got Portia, Phaedra, and then I think that was Angela. And then on the right, we got Shamia, Kelly. No, Cynthia was at the end over there. And then we had Shamia, probably Kelly, Britt, or whatever the fuck. It don't matter. All I know is Drew was at the end, and Shamia and Portia was at the top. The first two seats on both sides. My whole thing is this, and then Britt wasn't there. Okay? My whole thing is this. I don't understand why Drew was at the bottom. Mind you, Drew is on Watch What Happens Live tonight. I don't know why Drew was at the bottom. Drew should have been at least second chair on one of them sides, okay? Because, truth be told, the majority of Portia's storyline was Drew. The majority of Portia's storyline was Drew. And then it became everybody so-called hate Drew for what? Okay? I feel like that was wrong. But, that's neither here nor there. The main topic really was the fact that, Britt didn't show up. And we like, damn, bitch, you got fired or something? Or did you quit? 9 out of 10, you got fired. She said in a statement, oh my God. Oh, I can't. Did I save it? I didn't. Either way, she said something to the fact that, let me see if I can find it on the blogs, because I want to be sure. I want to read it verbatim. She said, as everyone is now aware, I'm not attending a reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me, and while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing. The graphic sexual photo surrounding the events in episode 5. The photo was not me. Hear me again. The photo was not me. As the episode's makes clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of a photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in the photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I know it was not me. I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark place in my life. In that instance, I said, baby, what you seeking accountability for then? You could have did that at the reunion. You could have did that at the reunion. So the fact that you're not coming to the reunion and you don't want to seek quote unquote accountability in person, you got fired. That's why you putting this out here, right? And my whole thing is, on Bravo part, so if an investigation was supposed to have happened, how is it that Kenya got booted off because she allegedly put up a photo that was supposed to be of Britt in a sexual manner? If it wasn't her, why was she booted off? Okay? And I'm bringing all this up to say because Britt winds up coming out probably the next day, and she said that she is suing. She is suing Bravo, okay? They said she filed a $20 million lawsuit against Bravo for defamation and sexual harassment. Claims they were aware the sexually explicit photos shown by Kenya were not of her, but led the public to believe that they were. Now, here's my thing. They said she claims that Bravo falsely yet unmistakably implied the explicit photos shown at Kenya's event were hers, causing her emotional distress and embarrassment. Although the event was in June 2024, Bravo still decided to air the episode and the aftermath of the event in April 2025. An action Britt believes was malicious. Britt claims Bravo knowingly contributed to a hostile work environment by continuing to make her show up to film and discuss the traumatic event that she, at the time, believed was of her. She also claimed that she was sexually harassed They sexually harassed her by subjecting her to unwelcome, offensive, and sexualized behavior and comments that followed the aftermath of the gendered attack. Britt is suing the parent company NBC Universal and its production companies Truly Original and Edimo, whatever the fuck that is, for $20 million. On top of the cash, she wants Bravo to remove the episode from public access so no one can ever watch it again. It's not going to happen. Mind you, I don't give a fuck what happened to Bravo. Because listen, Bravo do some shady shit. And I be all here for motherfuckers that be coming out to Bravo's neck. But at the end of the day, that's a big ass corporation. And if Nene couldn't get nothing out of it. And again, Nene sued. Okay? Nene sued for valid shit that she could prove. Alright? You have a history of racism on that damn show. You have a history of a lot of the shit that Nene did, okay? Or Nene brought against it. It's just the way that she went about it. She did not get what she wanted out of that. The case got dismissed, but it got dismissed without prejudice. Meaning that if Nene felt the need to, she can refile again against Bravo, okay? That's the only plus that Nene got. The case is done for right now, but if Nene wake up tomorrow and say, fuck this shit, I still want to go after them and I still want to get some money for my pain and suffering, she can't. But see, when it comes to Brittany, this is how I think about it, right? If this happened in June 2024, you can say that you want the episode erased, but it will forever still be on the internet because we found out about it before even the episode even aired. And the stuff that we found out about, it wasn't blurred out, okay? It wasn't blurred out. Now, I never saw the picture or whatever, so, but all the other stuff, it wasn't blurred out. It was implied. We know that Kenya was coming for your throat. And for you to all of a sudden want to sue and say emotional distress or whatever, why are you not suing Kenya? Because she's the one who actually did it. Bravo actually went on ahead and booted Kenya off the fucking show that fucking episode. Like, she is not coming back for right now because of that. And they are, and Andy was coming at Kenya on his podcast about how stupid she was doing, like, for doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically saying that was assault. You know, that she would do something like that. And so that goes to show me, if he had that recollection and he had that thought pattern, what Bravo probably 9 and 10 is guilty of is the fact that they said that they did an investigation and you ain't do no goddamn investigation, because now you just now finding out that the girl wasn't in the picture. And my whole thing is, so why did Kenya get fired? Mind you, I'm not even a Kenya stan, but why did she get fired? Because, and then people like, this is reality TV, okay? You come on reality TV to be messy, to have your shit exposed. That's what happens. That is the risk that you take coming on any reality TV show, okay? So when it comes to the insurance fraud hoe, what you was going to sue for that too? Because she put that up? Like, listen, Marlo had all her shit put on blast. Her mugshots, her criminal past, Nene mug shots, all that stuff. Everybody had their shit put on blast. They didn't sue for that. Okay? They didn't sue for that. And then I get it's because it's a sexual nature type of situation and you thought that the picture was yours. And I give you that you did not see it when we saw it because she wasn't inside the event. And my whole thing is once that shit went down and I heard about it, bitch, I would have been asking around and doing my own fucking investigation to see who the fuck it was in that goddamn picture before I did anything else. I would have got down to the bottom of it. I would not wait till the big company do their shit. Fuck that. This is my life and my livelihood and my reputation we talking about. Okay? But then you also went on many interviews and talking many things on the social medias and everything. And you was basically saying it as if you knew that it was you. You was basically saying that she 9 out of 10 got this still shot or whatever from when you was on your cam girl days. You was throwing shots. You wasn't emotionally distressed. Well, I mean, you were on a TV show, but I don't know how you was feeling, but you was literally willing to go on these interviews or whatever and talk about it, shade Kenya, not Bravo, but Kenya, as if you knew that the picture was you. Why would you wait? And I hate to say it like this because it's like, listen, the bitch, something like that, I would have went on ahead and saw it. You know, like, show me the fucking picture. And you hyped it up. You played into it too, baby. You played into it too. Okay? Now, do I think you got a case to get a lot of money? Absolutely not. I feel like you'll probably get maybe 100, 200,000. And that's because Bravo did not investigate the way that they was supposed. They lied about that shit, bitch. Okay? 20 million? Absolutely not. You're not going to get that. Okay? You played into it and it's given that you need some money right now because you're also getting sued by that party planner girl, that event planner person, and you need some little change or whatever. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. I just feel like it's fugazi. It's bullshit. It's bullshit because again, you come onto the show and this is what happens on all reality shows. And they didn't show it. Mind you, let's be 100% real. Everybody and their mama was talking about it before it came out on the show. We were talking about it and it circulated so big when it happened. Not when Bravo told us about it. Not when Bravo put it in the episode. Bitch, we heard about that shit when it actually happened. It was so many videos, so many people talking, so many bloggers that was there, that was putting out the information, that was going to find what was said and all this stuff. Bravo didn't put that out. So unless you gonna sue them and you gonna sue Kenya, bitch, again, why you not suing Kenya? Because Kenya is the main one that did the shit though. I get that it's on the parent company and they allowed that video to be shown. Okay, cool. But at the same time, why not sue Kenya? Because again, she the one that did the shit for real, right? Because you want to go after the big guns. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Usually I be behind this, but it's not going to work. And it ain't got nothing to do with my dislike for her. I just feel like it's a stupid move. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but you could try it. Hey, you got to get your money any way you want to. I just feel like, you know, is this going to be the thing that take Bravo down? Bitch, if it is, oh the fuck well, Bravo. Baby Bravo, they've been on your neck for a while. And it really is kind of time for you to get, you know, your shit put on blast for real, and for people to start paying attention that it be some shady shit that be going on Bravo. We've been calling it out for years. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know. I know some people think that she got a case. I don't feel like she got that strong of a case. Some people feel like she do. But it's just too many outside factors that's just like, for me, that's not getting it. I don't feel like she's going to get any millions or whatever. Probably a couple of thousands, couple of 100,000, if less than that. But hey, I don't know. That's even if it go all the way through and not dismissed. I don't know. Then also, Real Housewives of Potomac. Monique Samuels is coming back to the Real Housewives of Potomac for season 10 as a friend of the show. Karen get locked up, Mia get fired, you know, / quit, whichever one you want to say. Candace gone. And so y'all dig deep down and y'all go get Monique Samuels, who said that she would not do reality TV no more. Don't bring it up to her, nothing enough. Especially after she did Love and Marriage DC, was it DC? Love and Marriage DC. Okay, and that was a flop for her. And after she got divorced and everything, so now you come in as a friend of. Now I was a little suspicious, but then at the Pride event that was happening out there in DC, oh, she was out there with them. She was out there with the girls. I said, this is mighty, mighty interesting. I really want to know what was it that made her say, cool, let me get back on here. I want to know, because she literally in just about every episode, every freaking interview that she did, she said she would not come back. She's not doing reality TV. She don't need it. And honestly, and I don't even think it's the money, because I know that her and Chris are divorced. But I feel as though she still got enough money that she don't need reality TV. He's not going to do her dirty because they got kids together, and he just doesn't seem like that type of guy. So no, I don't feel like it's the money. I know it seemed like people were saying that she probably broke it. That's the reason why she coming back. I don't feel like that's what it is at all. Baby, do you miss it? Is it to help your businesses or whatever? I don't know. And if that's the case, cool. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Y'all excited for it? They did take a picture together, and she was standing behind Giselle. Like, Giselle was standing in front of her. She was standing behind her. And it did look like they have any tensions or whatever. But, I mean, that could be fake or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Does this make y'all anticipate the new season? Y'all let me know. But anyway, you guys, thank y'all for watching. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Have a good week, baby. I'm finna go medicate so I could try to flush this stuff out. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. Peace.